Recorded Books and One Click Digital present Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Old School, by Jeff Kinney. Read by Ramon Diocampo. September. Saturday. Grown-ups are always talking about the good old days and how things were so much better when they were kids. But I think they're just jealous because my generation has all this fancy technology and stuff they didn't have growing up. Believe me, I'm sure when I have kids of my own, I'm going to be the exact same way my parents are now. When I was your age, we used our legs for getting around. Yeah, whatever, Pops, they'll reply as they jetpack around the living room. Mom's always saying that when she was younger, it was great because everybody in town knew everybody else, and it was like one giant family. But that doesn't sound so great to me. I like my privacy, and I really don't need everyone knowing my personal business. Mom says the problem with society these days is that everybody's got their nose in a screen, and nobody takes the time to get to know the people who live around them. I don't really see eye to eye with Mom on that issue, though. Personally, I think a little separation is a good thing. Lately, Mom's been going around town with a petition to get people to stop using their phones and electronic gadgets for 48 hours. Let's unplug to reconnect. Electronics are cluttering our lives. Let's put down our devices for a weekend and get to know one another. Who's in? Mom needs 100 signatures before she can take the petition to town hall, but she's having trouble getting people to put their names on it. I'm just hoping she gives up on this idea soon, because it's kind of exhausting for the rest of us to pretend we don't know her. I really don't understand why Mom thinks we need to go backward anyway. From what I can tell, the old days weren't that much fun. If you think about it, you never see anyone in those black and white photos smiling. In the old days, people were just a whole lot tougher than they are today. But human beings have evolved, and now we need things like electric toothbrushes and shopping malls and soft-serve ice cream to survive. I bet our ancestors would be pretty disappointed with the way we turned out. But once somebody invented air conditioning, there really was no turning back. We've gotten so spoiled that pretty soon we won't even have to leave our homes if we don't want to. Everything will be delivered by drones. In fact, the way we're headed, I'll bet 1,000 years from now, human beings won't even have spines. Some people complain that all this technology has made us soft. But if you ask me, that's not necessarily a bad thing. There are all sorts of luxuries nowadays that make people's lives better. Take baby wipes, for example. People were using regular toilet paper for hundreds of years, and then all of a sudden, some genius came up with an idea that was a total game changer. What really amazes me is that it took so long for people to come up with the idea. I seriously can't believe the guy who invented the light bulb didn't see baby wipes coming. And who knows what crazy thing someone's going to come up with next to make our lives easier. Whatever it is, though, I'll be the first in line to buy it. But if Mom had her way, we'd be living like people did before there were computers and cell phones and baby wipes. And I really don't want to imagine living in a world without baby wipes. Sunday. Dad says that when he was growing up, in the summertime, kids played outside all day until they got called home for dinner at night. Well, that's pretty much the opposite of the way my summer went this year. I spent July and August at film camp, where all I did was watch movies in an air-conditioned theater for 8 hours a day. The main reason I signed up for film camp was because I thought it was for people who are serious about movies, like me. But I found out it was really just a place
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it. at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.